Hello everybody, my name is Rafael and welcome to Unit 7 from Grade Time 5. From now on, I'll be working with you in this unit and also in the following ones, okay? It's very nice to meet you and this is the continuation of your study guide. So now we're going to take a look at the first grammar topic from Unit 7, which is on page 68. Guys, very important, remember that if you don't have your books with you at your home, that's no problem, okay? You can use your study guide and the videos here to follow your studies. Good? Can we start? Hope you are prepared. I'm very excited to be starting this new moment here with you, okay? So, the first topic, the first grammar topic we're going to cover in this unit refers to the ways of referring to the future, and it's a review. So, it means that you have already seen that before. So, just a quick notice on what the future, how to talk about the future in English. It's a very specific thing about the English language. Why? Because in Portuguese, for example, the verbs, if I want to change the tense, if I want to talk about the past, the present, or the future, I just need to change the ending of the verb, right? So for example, the verb estudar, right? Study. If I want to refer to the past in Portuguese, I say estudei or estudava. The present in Portuguese, I say estudo or estudando. Okay? And to the future, I use the form estudarei or estudaria, right? But in English, the verbs, they don't present a future form. I cannot have a different end. We don't have a different ending for the future of the verbs in English, right? I only have different forms for the past and for the continuous and also for the past participle, right? So let's take a verb as an example. The verb, I'm thinking about an irregular verb. So choose. Right? So I say choose in the present or in the infinitive. I say chose for the past and chosen for the past participle. But if I want to talk about choosing something in the future, I do not have a different form of the verb choose. I need to use different strategies to do that. Okay? So, for us to start reviewing and refreshing our minds on this topic, let's take a look at this first exercise over here on page 68. So let's take a closer look. So what does the first exercise ask you to do? It says, look at the sentences from the blog. So remember the blog, the text about the blog and the worries, those sentences are from there. Then you have to complete the rule, so the rule over here below the sentences, with be going to, letter A, will, letter B, the present continuous, letter C, or the simple present, letter D. And then you might be thinking, wow, what's that, Rafael? So, you are going to read the first sentence. Let's say, Number 1 says, there is a dark cloud up there. It's going to rain soon. So, this situation here, is it about a future fact? So, is the sentence referring to a future fact? Is it a fact that it's going to rain soon? Maybe, right? Let's see if we can find something more specific about this idea. Number 2 in the rule says, can we say that we use going to talk about events that are part of a timetable or schedule? Do we know, every Monday at 7 a.m. it rains? Not so good, right? So probably not here as well. Now, number 3 says, we use the going to make evidence-based predictions. Here we got to a nice place because it talks about evidence-based. What's the evidence we have in sentence number 1? Well, it says there is a dark cloud up there. So I look up to the sky and I see a dark cloud. What's the first thing? What's the first conclusion that you can come up with? Well, probably it's going to rain, right? Are you 100% certain that it's going to rain? Very difficult because we cannot control the weather. If it's going to rain, it's going to rain. We cannot do anything to prevent the weather from raining, right? It's not possible to do that. But we have strong evidence. We have something really strong, which is the dark cloud, because a dark cloud is a sign of rain. Okay? So, could you understand how I want you to perform this exercise? So, that's what you're going to do now. You are going to analyze sentences 1 to 8 and checking the forms here. So you have going to, you have the simple present over here, simple present over here, will, simple present, will again, going to, and will again. And by analyzing each situation, you need to complete the rule according to the what's the idea of each sentence when we refer to the future. Good. I hope it's clear. And now you are going to pause the video and come back later for us to check. Go on and good luck. All right, guys, how was that? Difficult? Could you exercise your brain? This is an excellent exercise to really refresh things and understand a little bit better how to talk about future events and facts and predictions in the future. Okay, so let's check our answers to the rule here. So we have the rule, and let's see. So we use will to talk about future facts. We use the simple present to talk about events that are part of our timetable or schedule. Remember the train leaves at a certain time, right? We use be going to make evidence-based predictions, just like the one we talked before in the beginning about going to rain, right? We use will to make predictions based on thoughts and opinions. We use be going to talk about plans and intentions. We use the present continuous to refer to definite arrangements. And we use the simple present immediately after time expressions like when, before, after, until, and as soon as when referring to future events. And finally, we use will to refer to spontaneous decisions and offers. Okay? So, did you get all of them correct? Some of them correct? I hope you got most of them correct. All right? So, for us to practice a little bit more, let's go back here to page 68 and take a look at the second exercise we have. So, in the second exercise, you have to complete the sentences using the most appropriate form of the verbs in parentheses. Sometimes more than one form is possible, and this is a very important piece of information. Okay, guys? Why sometimes more than one form is possible? Because sometimes it depends on what is your reference to the future. And then you can use, for example, simple present or the present continuous, depending on the idea you want to give to each one of the sentences, all right? So here you have sentences 1 to 8. The verbs are here in the parentheses, right? And you are going to choose one of these forms here, okay? Oops, here. So either you are going to use be going to, will, the present continuous, or the simple present to complete these sentences over here, all right? So, and as in the previous exercise, I want you to pause the video and do this activity over here. Then come back later for us to check. Okay? Good luck again. All right, guys. So let's see some of the possibilities for the answers. And very important, here I'm going to type in just one of the answers if there are more, okay? And later at the end, when we check, I'm going to give you the other possibilities. Is that okay? So, starting with the first one, we have my dad on the 8 o'clock flight from Mexico City tomorrow. So here, I decided to use the simple present, right? So, my dad arrives on the 8 o'clock flight from Mexico City tomorrow, okay? In this case here, I'm talking about an arrangement, a timetable is scheduled, okay? Number 2, let's see. Careful, you fill that glass too full. You, and then I've chosen, you are going to spill it. Okay, so this is one of the possibilities. Number 3, I think it will probably rain a lot this weekend. It's that time of the year, right? Next one, we friends on Saturday. Here I decided to use the present continuous. We are seeing friends on Saturday because it's something that I want to tell you that is certain. I have already scheduled that with my friends, right? Number 5. I'm sorry, but can I call you back later? The movie the verb is start, so the movie in 2 minutes. So I can say the movie starts in 2 minutes. Imagine we are at the cinema, right? So it's going to start in 2 minutes. There is a timetable over here as well. Number 6, we'll stop at the market before we home. So before we go home. And here, guys, a spoiler, no other option, okay? This is the only option possible because it's a definite fact about the future. Then 7, when I get paid, and then here I can use I am going to buy myself a new camera. And finally, number 8, today's lunch break will be 5 minutes shorter than usual. Don't worry, again, we're going to check these answers here, but I am also going to give you other options. So don't worry if you didn't put the same answers over here, the same answers as I did over here, okay? So first of all, let's check these ones. Very good. Well done, guys, okay? But now I'm going to give you other options. So, for example, for number 1 here, you could have used the simple present, just like this one, the present continuous, you could use will, and you could also use going to, okay? So, basically, all options are possible for sentence number 1. Depending on your choice, the meaning is going to be a little bit different, okay? In number 2, you could have used going to, just like this one, or will. You could say, you will spill it, okay? So 2 options in number 2. 3, you could have used will, just like this one, or going to, because it's probably that same case of evidence-based, right? In number 4, you could have used the present continuous, just like we did over here, or going to. We're going to see friends on Saturday, also a possibility. Number 5, we could have you could have used the simple present, just like here, the present continuous, so the movie is starting in 2 minutes, or even the going to, so the movie is going to start in 2 minutes. Number 6, as I told you before, the only option is simple present. Number 7, you could have used going to, just like here, or the present continuous, so when I get paid, I'm buying myself a new camera, or even when I get paid, I will buy myself a new camera, okay? Maybe you decided in the moment, when I get paid, I'll buy myself a new camera, okay? That's when we use will, we just decided something. And finally, number 8, you could have used today's lunch break will be in 5 minutes shorter, or you could have said today's lunch break is going to be 5 minutes shorter than the usual, okay? So if you got some different ones from the ones here you can see, go back and try to see if I gave you the option that you chose before. Good? Excellent for me. Thank you very much for this moment over here, and we'll be back later for other videos, okay? Keep up the good work, guys. See you. Bye.